Hello and welcome. In this course module, we will explore how Gradescope by Turnitin can transform assessment workflows in higher education. This video is geared towards universities and training institutes, focusing on how Gradescope improves operational efficiency, consistency, and insight in the grading process. We'll begin by examining the challenges in traditional assessment workflows, then introduce Gradescope as a solution. Next, we'll walk through how to use Gradescope from uploading assignments to grading and analytics and discuss measurable ROI statistics such as time saved, reduced faculty workload, improved grading consistency, and cost efficiency. Finally, we'll highlight real-world examples of institutions that have adopted Gradescope and the outcomes they have achieved. Let's dive in. In this module, we will cover the current challenges in grading and assessment and how Gradescope, now part of Turnitin's suite, addresses these issues. We'll go through a live demonstration of Gradescope in action, showing how to upload assignments, perform grading, and review analytics. We will also discuss the return on investment in terms of time saved, workload reduction, grading consistency, and cost efficiency, backed by data and case studies. By the end, you'll understand how using Gradescope can significantly improve teaching operations in universities and training environments. Let's first consider the challenges in traditional assessment workflows. Grading exams, homework, and projects by hand is highly time-consuming. Instructors often spend entire weekends grading, especially for large classes. This workload can become overwhelming as class sizes grow. Moreover, manual grading can be inconsistent. A teacher might grade slightly differently from the beginning of a stack of papers to the end, and multiple graders often have variations in scoring. Ensuring fairness across sections or instructors is difficult when using paper-based processes. Providing detailed feedback on each answer is another challenge. It's often so laborious that many instructors give only minimal comments, limiting the feedback that students receive. Scalability is a problem. In large lecture courses, instructors sometimes resort to only using easy-to-grade formats like multiple choices, even when free response would better assess learning, simply because grading 100 plus written answers by hand is impractical. Finally, there's a lack of analytics in the traditional workflow. After grading, it's cumbersome to analyze overall class performance question by question or to spot common errors without manually compiling data. These challenges can lead to delay in returning grades, inconsistent student experiences, and missed opportunities to improve teaching based on insights. Gradescope is a modern digital grading platform that streamlines the grading of both paper-based and online assessments. It was co-founded at UC Berkeley and later acquired by Turnitin, becoming part of Turnitin's suite of educational tools focused on integrity and efficiency. Gradescope is widely adopted in higher education. In fact, it's used by over 2,600 institutions worldwide. The platform can handle a variety of assessment formats: traditional scanned exams, handwritten problem sets, programming assignments, and even multiple choice bubble sheet exams. The core idea is to save instructors time grading and to give a clearer picture of students' learning. Gradescope provides a web-based interface where instructors and TAs can grade consistently using dynamic rubrics, give rich feedback, and then glean analytics on student performance. Because it's part of Turnitin, it also benefits from Turnitin's focus on academic integrity and integration with learning management systems. In short, Gradescope is introduced as a solution to the very challenges we just outlined, offering efficiency, consistency, and data-driven insight in the grading process. Now, let's discuss how Gradescope addresses the challenges. First, it enables faster grading. Gradescope's interface is designed for speed. Instructors grade one question at a time across all submissions using a dynamic rubric or even leverage AI assistants to group similar answers. This means repetitive grading tasks are dramatically reduced. In one case, a professor found that Gradescope reduces grading time by over half compared to his traditional process. Second, Gradescope enforces consistent scoring because every grader uses the same rubric and the interface applies identical point deductions or awards for each rubric item. Students are graded with the same standards no matter who grades their work. One professor noted it ensures she applies the same deductions for the same errors across all exams, solving the inconsistency she used to worry about. Third, instructors can give enhanced feedback without extra effort. Gradescope lets you create commonly used comments so you can quickly mark errors with explanatory notes. This results in richer feedback for students. Comments that you might have skipped when grading by hand due to time you can now include for every student with one click. Fourth, Gradescope excels at the multi-grader coordination. In courses with TAs, multiple graders can work in parallel on the same assignment. The rubric is shared and updates in real time for all graders, so if the lead instructor tweaks a rubric item, that changes can retroactively apply to all graded work. For consistency, the platform even supports anonymous grading to eliminate bias. Fifth, Gradescope is effective for remote and scalable assessment. It works whether you are grading scanned paper exams or administering tests fully online. Instructors and Princeton's found that when they suddenly had to move an in-person final exam online, using Gradescope's online exam feature allowed them to seamlessly continue their grading process digitally. Large classes that previously resorted to machine score tests can now assign free response questions because Gradescope makes grading them feasible at scale. In summary, Gradescope features directly tackle the pain points of traditional grading, speeding up the workflow, ensuring fairness and consistency, enriching feedback, enabling teamwork in grading, and adapting to both in-class and remote scenarios. Let's walk through how to use Gradescope, starting from setting up an assignment. After logging into Gradescope, the instructor first creates a course. Within that course, you can create an assignment. You'll choose the assignment type. It could be anything like exam, quiz, work problem, programming assignment, depending on your needs. For a paper-based exam or quiz, the typical workflow is to upload a blank template PDF of the exam to Gradescope. The system will ask you to mark the locations of each question on the page, essentially drawing boxes or regions on the page where each question's answers will appear. This step defines the outline of the assignment so that the Gradescope knows where to display each answer for grading. Once the assignment is set up, students can turn in their work. For an in-class exam, this might mean instructors scan the completed papers and upload the scans to Gradescopes. Alternatively, you can allow students to upload their own submissions. For example, students could scan their own written homework using their phone. For fully online assessments, you can bypass scanning entirely. Simply use Gradescope's online assessment mode, where students enter answers directly or upload files during a timed window. Gradescope supports a variety of response types, including written answers, images, code files, multiple choice, and even LaTeX format, which makes it very versatile. After submission, Gradescope will organize the submissions by students and by question. It can even automate students to their work using identifiers or QR codes or on printed sheets. So you can quickly do manual matching if needed with the assignment setup and submissions collected. We are ready to move on to the grading part. This screenshot shows the interface for creating a new exam or quiz assignment. Instructors upload a blank copy of the exam and mark questions regions on the template. Students can then either scan and upload their completed exam or submit them via the Gradescope app. Gradescope supports both instructor uploaded scans and student uploaded submissions, making it flexible for different workflows. Now let's look at the core of Gradescope, the grading interface. Once submissions are in, instructors and TAs go to the grade submission section. Grading is based on rubrics which can be created in advance or while grading. Each rubric includes predefined feedback items with point values. As you grade, you simply select the items that apply and Gradescope calculates the scores automatically. The rubrics are dynamic, meaning if you update a rubric item midway, the change is applied retroactively to all graded submissions, ensuring consistency. Gradescope also supports question by question grading across all students, which saves times and keeps scoring uniform. A key feature is AI assisted grouping, where similar answers are clustered automatically. So, if 50 students make the same error, you grade it once for all. This screenshot illustrates the digital grading workspace. On the left, you see the scanned student answer. On the right is the rubric panel with predefined scoring items. The grader can click rubric items to apply them. This ensures each common error is penalized equally for every student. The interface also allows adding comments or annotations on the answer itself. With keyboard shortcuts and rubric reuse, instructor grades swiftly and consistently even with large number of submissions. After grading, Gradescope makes it easy to publish grades, send instant feedbacks to students, and sync results with your LMS like Canvas. It also simplifies regrade requests, keeping everything organized. The built-in analytics dashboard provides insight into class performance, common mistakes, and learning outcomes, helping instructors improve teaching and curriculum. Overall, it streamlines the entire post-grading process with speed, clarity, and data. Let's talk about the return on investment or ROI of using Gradescope. The biggest benefit is time savings. Many instructors report saving 30 to 50% of their grading time. For example, one professor graded 170 exams in just 20-30 minutes using Gradescope's AI grouping. This reduced workload allows faculty to focus more on teaching and student support. Gradescope also improves grading consistency with standardized rubrics, reducing regrade requests and disputes. It brings cost efficiency by eliminating the need for printing, scan forms, or additional graders. Finally, faster feedback boosts student engagement and outcomes, which supports institutional success. Let's look at how real institutions have benefited from Gradescope. At Penn State Harrisburg, Gradescope cut grading time by more than half, leading to full departmental adoption within a year. At NYU, it improved grading consistency for programming assignments and sped up the process significantly, boosting student engagement thanks to faster feedback. The University of Leeds rapidly adopted Gradescope during the pandemic, with usage growing 60x in 2 months. Faculty found it so helpful they continued using it even after returning to in-person exams. At Princeton, Gradescope revolutionized exam grading, making it faster, fairer, and more transparent with seamless LMS integration. These stories show that Gradescope isn't just efficient, it's widely embraced across top institutions like Harvard, MIT, and Stanford, making it a proven tool to modernize assessment. To conclude, Gradescope by Turnitin is a powerful solution that streamlines grading, improves consistency, and delivers faster, fairer feedback for students. It saves times, reduces workload, and offers valuable insight to enhance teaching. With easy LMS integration and proven success across institutions, it's a smart step towards modernizing assessment. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on educational tools and teaching innovation.